Hello and welcome to Brilliant POV. As the world's two largest economies, China and the United States have a complex and often contentious relationship. In recent years, there have been numerous arguments made about whether China will eventually surpass the United States as the dominant global superpower. In this video, we'll explore some of the most controversial arguments on both sides of this debate. China's economic growth has consistently outpaced that of the United States in recent decades, and many experts predict that this trend will continue in the coming years. If this occurs, China's economy could eventually surpass that of the United States in size, leading to China becoming the dominant global superpower. China has been rapidly modernizing its military in recent years, and some experts believe that it will eventually surpass the military capabilities of the United States. China's military buildup includes the development of advanced weapons systems, such as aircraft carriers, stealth fighters, and hypersonic missiles, as well as the expansion of its cyber warfare capabilities. Some argue that China's authoritarian government model, in which the ruling party has near absolute control, is more effective at achieving rapid economic and military growth than democracy. They point to the country's rapid economic development and military modernization as evidence of the superiority of this model. Some believe that the United States is in decline, while China is on the rise, and that this shift in power dynamics will have significant implications for global politics. They argue that the United States' relative economic and military decline will lead to a more multipolar world in which China plays a greater role. China's Belt and Road Initiative, also known as the One Belt One Road or the New Silk Road, is a massive infrastructure project spanning multiple countries. Some view this project as a bid for global dominance, as it aims to connect China to Europe and other parts of Asia through a network of roads, railways, and ports. China has been increasing its presence in Africa, Latin America, and other regions in recent years through investments in infrastructure, natural resources, and other sectors. Some argue that this expansion is a sign of China's expansionist ambitions and that it could lead to a more dominant role for China in these regions. China's human rights record is a major point of controversy, and many criticize the country's treatment of ethnic minorities, such as the Uyghurs in Xinjiang, and political dissidents. Some argue that China's poor human rights record raises doubts about its suitability as a global leader. China's growing influence in international organizations and global governance structures has led to concerns that it could undermine the United States and other Western powers. For example, some argue that China's influence in the United Nations and other organizations could lead to a shift in the balance of power away from the United States. The United States' dependence on Chinese-made goods and supply chains has led to concerns about vulnerabilities that could be exploited by China. For example, some argue that China could use its control of critical supply chains to exert pressure on the United States. China has made significant advancements in technology in recent years, particularly in areas such as artificial intelligence and 5G. Some argue that these advancements could give China a significant advantage over the United States in the future, potentially leading to a shift in the balance of power between the two countries. As we've seen, there are many controversial arguments about whether China will eventually surpass the United States as the dominant global superpower. While some believe that China's economic growth, military modernization, and authoritarian government model give it an advantage, others argue that the United States' strengths, such as its democratic system and technological leadership, will allow it to maintain its position as the world's dominant superpower. Ultimately, the outcome of this debate will depend on a variety of factors, including economic, military, and political developments in both countries. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.